In news from Jamaica, some good news for the local economy. The country recorded marginal growth for the January to March 2015 quarter. For the review period, real GDP grew by an estimated 0.3%. Director General of the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, Colin Bullock, was the bearer of the good news as he presented the figures at the PIOJ's quarterly press briefing on Wednesday. The rebound has been attributed to an improved global economic climate. There was also an uptick in visitor arrivals and increased construction activities.
There was an improvement in domestic demand resulting from the strengthening of both business and consumer confidence levels. And we note the intensification of road rehabilitation and repair works, new road construction, and other building construction, including Phase 1 and Phase 3 of the North-South link of Highway 2000. Hotel construction and expansion and construction of new office space to facilitate the expansion of business process outsourcing activities was also observed.
Meanwhile, the services industry grew by 0.6%, but things weren't as impressive for the goods-producing industry. The sector contracted by 0.7%. Agriculture, forestry and fishing and the manufacturing industries declined by 0.5% and 3.1% respectively. Mr. Bullock explains that there was a late start to the sugarcane crop this year. Lower output was also recorded for banana and cocoa. On the other hand, vegetables, yam and fruits saw increases.
The performance largely reflected the impact of the late start of the 2014-2015 sugarcane crop season, as well as the continued contraction in the manufacture industry. The agriculture, forestry and fishing industry contracted by an estimated 0.5%. This was due to declines recorded for the traditional export crops down 11.6%, and post-harvest activities down 4.8%. However, other agricultural crops grew by 3.5%. The fall-off in output for traditional export crops reflected mainly lower sugarcane production stemming from the late start of the crop year. This was largely attributed to significant upgrading activities at two major factories. This resulted in a 21.2% decline in total sugarcane production. Low output was also recorded for banana, down 3.8%, and cocoa, down 60.9%, reflecting the lingering impact of drought conditions. Coffee production, however, increased by 12.6%. The recovery in the other agricultural crops component was due to the impact of more favorable weather conditions on short-term crops. 4 of the 9 crop groups within this component recorded improvement. Fruits up 10%, potatoes up 9.1%, vegetables up 4.9%, and yams up 4.8%.
And the construction sector seems to be on a boom. The sector registered growth of 1.4%, reflecting higher levels on expenditure and ongoing road and hotel construction.
The construction component is estimated to have grown, reflecting higher capital expenditure by, firstly, the National Works Agency, up by 28.2% to $639.5 million. Secondly, by NROC, which disbursed $5.6 billion compared with $788.5 million in January to March 2014. And this increase was due in part to the work on segments 1 and 3 of the North-South link of Highway 2000. And thirdly, telecommunications disbursed $10.5 billion compared with $2.5 billion in January to March 2014.